everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing another flash review with Rare Beauty. I don't know what's taken me so long to try Rare Beauty just in general. I think it's that everything's sold out most of the time, to be honest. I find like when stuff is like that, if I don't get it at the first launch, I'm like, eh. Sometimes I'll just like move on to whatever is up next. But these, specifically, the Soft Pinch blushes, have not gone away. Like these, I feel like are constantly on my For You page and everything, and I think they're like over a year old now. They just haven't gone away, so I'm like, okay, we'll try them out. We'll see what we think, see if we like them, but I do have a feeling I'm gonna like them. So the shades I got were Bliss and Happy. Happy is like a really, really bright pink. Bliss is the matte formula, and it's kind of like a more muted peachy pink, more of like a warm pink. I don't feel like it's too peachy, but we're gonna try both of them. So one thing I do know about these is that you need a tiny amount of product. I feel like sometimes people even say 1 dot is too much. So we're gonna open it up. I also wanted to say real quick, I love this packaging. It kind of reminds me of like mid-century modern stuff. Like I feel like it could be like a lamp of some sort. I know that sounds so weird, but like, I don't know. That's how my brain works. So let's take it out. Ooh, I like that that wand is glass. It's so weird to me that I've never used this before, but I've seen it all over everything. So I've heard oh, let me shake it well. I feel like it might need that. And then wipe off the excess onto the thing. They say not to have too much, so especially since this shade is bright. So I'm going to apply on the, like in line with the tip of my nose and the outside of my iris. When you're looking straight is your perfect blush placement. And notice I said outside of the iris, not the iris. You can apply it that way, but I'm not going to. So I'm gonna use this big fluffy brush to diffuse it. And I'm just gonna start patting it first and then blend out. I didn't like how that blended. Hold on, not happy with that. We'll do a little bit more pigment. And then maybe I should do it with my finger. Okay, I think that was the problem. I think maybe so right then my camera ran out of stuff. So let's try blending it with the brush now. Because I feel like the brush takes some of the product away. But oh my gosh, I applied too much for sure. No, this is shearing it out well. I think we're okay. So use a brush to shear it out, I feel like is key. But I am just gonna use my fingers to kind of warm it up, because I do feel like the brush kind of like, since it takes away pigment, it can make it just slightly splotchy. I do like that shade, but I don't know if that's my favorite shade, which I thought it was going to be, so interesting. Now we're going to apply Bliss on this side. I'm just gonna do that 1 dot, but just make sure it's saturated there. Using a brush again. This brush is a little more densely packed, so. I do feel that these blend out best with fingers over a brush. I'll try it with my sponge too. So this side, I feel like since it's a lighter shade, we can apply a little more, which I like when I can apply a little bit more blush because I feel like it kind of adds coverage to my face, so yeah. I feel like doing a combination of the two would be what I would like most. So some of Bliss and then just like the smallest amount of Happy right behind it. Like to do like one of those like duo chrome cheeks. I don't know why I said duochrome, that makes no sense. But just to kind of do like I needed a sponge, but just to kind of do like a multi-dimensional cheek. So let's try that. Yeah, I feel that a sponge works best actually. Since we were trying 2 different blushes, I wanted to try with a brush, but sponge definitely works best. So the 2 for me is what does it. Because this is just a little too light on its own for me. I am gonna apply it on this side though, because we had Happy on there already just so my cheeks match. But yeah, the 2 together I feel like are what makes it magic. I definitely like the formula though. I feel that it melts into the cheeks really well. I'm just using this other sponge with a little bit of foundation on there just to blend it all in a little bit better. I love like a really pink cheek. I like when it's kind of on the apples rather than like the sculpted. I just love like a really cute pink cheek. I just feel like when it's on the apples, it's so cute. So these are definitely approved by me, which you can get a shade that's like in between these two. I think Encourage and I believe it's called Hope would be kind of like in between as far as depth, not like exactly the shade, but I do love both of these combined. Like if you're more of a subtle girl, go with this, but if you love a really bright pink, go with this. I see why you would own more than one, you know? Since I mixed it with the matte formula, it's not too glowy to where it's like a disco ball or looks sweaty. Like it just gives like a nice natural glow that looks intentional. I also had powder on before and it didn't disrupt that at all. But yeah, I would definitely say I like it applied best with a sponge, and I do love both of these colors a lot. I do feel like I'm gonna use this one more for every day, but I don't know, I think I'm honestly gonna use both. I really do like them. So there's my review on the Rare Beauty blushes. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!